Hi, I'm Caroline, canine behaviourist at Good Doggy. So if you've just got your puppy, you're probably wondering, when is the best time to start training them? When are they ready to start learning stuff? Well, actually, most puppies started learning before they even open their eyes. Even in the very first day of life, they learn one really important skill, and that is how to get attention from their mum. So within a few hours, they've already learned that if they squeal in a certain way, their mum will come to their rescue. And this is really important because when your puppy is very young and very vulnerable, they can't move by themselves. And if they rolled away from the litter, which they often do, then they need a way to let mum know that she should come and rescue them. And this first lesson that they teach themselves will stay with them forever. And if anybody's watching this with an older dog, you'll know that when your dog is really needing your attention, they will squeal like that. And they learned that within a few hours of their life. The very first time they rolled away, that's when they figured out that's the best tone to use to get their mum. And it wasn't an accident. They didn't just instinctively know. They would have squealed in different ways. This is the one that did the best. This is the one that got her there the fastest. This is the one she just couldn't ignore. So this is the one that stuck with them for life. So in a few hours, they were already learning stuff. But as they sort of start to develop, once their eyes and ears start to open and they start to move around, they enter into a developmental period called the critical period. And this is a really important time because this is the time they will learn the most in their life. They are like sponges. They will be sucking up every piece of information, every experience. They will be trying new things. They are open to new experiences, and this is the fastest they will ever learn. So this critical period, it's called critical period for good reason, because you'll never get this opportunity again. So as soon as you get your puppy back, you should already be teaching them. They will have already learned things like bite inhibition and how to communicate. They will be learning how to resolve conflict with their littermates. You can just see them in this little video here rolling around. They're mouthing each other, they're biting on each other. And this is how they're learning to communicate with each other. And these skills are really important forever. They'll start to learn conflict resolution, which is really important because when your puppy starts to socialize, he'll need to know how to initiate play, which he'll also be learning while he's rolling around and mouthing on his buddies. But he'll need to know what to do when he does it to the wrong dog. And they practice this while they're doing this. So a lot of this is happening before you've even got them. They are learning so much at this really important age. So this is a really, really important time. So hopefully you got your puppy at around 8 to 10 weeks of age. At this age, as I say, they've already started to learn how to communicate with each other. They've learned bite inhibition, hopefully. The mother will have taught them a few things as well. She'll be teaching them manners. She'll be teaching them how to respond, boundaries and rules. But at 8 to 10 weeks of age, they will also be starting to express needs and preferences of their own. So they will have started to move away from the den. That's your main kind of sleeping area. Where they like to play, where they like to rest. So they'll prefer to move away from there and be clean and use the toilet somewhere else. So from about 5 or 6 weeks of age, they will have started to do this, and this is the time to take advantage of that and help them find the right place to go to the toilet that suits you. They already want to leave their play area and their sleeping area. All we have to do is show them where we would like them to do it. They're open to suggestions. They really don't they have no preference that way. So this is the perfect time to be house training them. And a really good breeder will probably have allowed this process to start before you've even got them. So you should be really, if you've had a good breeder and you're off to a good start that way, this will already be in progress. But at this age, that's one thing that you can be focusing on. As I say, their needs and preferences are starting to develop, things that they like, things that they don't like. They're also starting to develop a need to please. So you can see here just in this video of this little cute puppy, just the mere opportunity to get a treat has got him excited. He really just wants to know, how do I get that treat from you? What do you want me to do? You can see that process happening here while he's trying different things. And all we need to do at this age is help them choose the right thing so we can reward that. It's at this age, it's so easy to teach new tricks because they naturally just want to please us. They naturally want to be with us. So I talk about Maslow's pyramid a lot. This is a pyramid that describes our needs, and it describes them in order of importance. So right at the very bottom of the pyramid, we have our safety needs, our food needs, reproduction needs, that kind of stuff. But this is not the concern of a puppy. At this age, a puppy is really only concerned with the stuff at the top of the pyramid. This is socializing, playing, learning, building relationships. That's their focus. Until they become an adolescent, the bottom half of the pyramid is looked after by somebody else. That's their caregiver, that's their mum, that's you, you know. So they don't worry about who's guarding the house, or where the food is coming from, or if they are going to have a mate or anything like that. They don't care about that. They're worried about the stuff at the top. This means that they instinctively want to please people because they don't know how to look after their feeding needs, or they can't hunt, they can't guard, they don't know how to do these things yet. This period of their life is all about learning that. It's about going through those kind of play and hunting rituals and things in a safe way so that they can learn these skills for later. But right now, your puppy couldn't survive in the wild. So his natural instinct is to want to please you. And this means that he's expecting there to be rules and boundaries. So when you bring your puppy home for the first time, they don't need to have a settling in period. You should know already what exactly it is you expect from your puppy. Where will they toilet? Where's their bed? Do they have to do something before they get something, etc. So they're expecting there to be rules and boundaries because this is what would come from a caregiver, from their mom or whatever. They don't expect to be hunting, they expect you to do that. But because they're relying on you to do that, they naturally just want to please you all the time. So you can teach them as many new tricks as you want. They want to please you, as you could see from that video just now. And also because of this, this is a really good time to teach them recall, because they want to follow their leader around. They don't know how to survive. They wouldn't even know how to begin if they wanted to try and hunt for themselves or solve a problem in their park. They haven't learned all of that stuff yet. So they naturally want to come to you. They want to be with you. They want to follow you. They feel safer when they're with you. And this developmental period doesn't last for very long. When they become a teenager, that's when the pyramid flips back to normal again. And at that age, you suddenly find that your puppy is concerned with reproduction and guarding things, and they'll be doing different kinds of behaviors then. But for now, all they care about is keeping you happy so that you keep on feeding them, so that you keep guarding the fence, so you keep worrying about all that stuff that they are not prepared for at this stage. So take advantage of this period. But it's not just about what you teach, because really they only need a few tricks at this age. They need to be able to set, I think recall is important. House training obviously is coming on, rules and boundaries and stuff like that. But what's more important than that is teaching them how to behave. It's building trust, it's building resilience. And we do all this by the way that we teach things. So when we teach them a new trick, the way we teach them to sit has a massive impact on them for the rest of their lives. The way that we teach them to do a recall, the way that we respond to them when they look for attention, you know, all of these things are so important. We only get one shot at this. We'll never get this time back again. And what they are learning now, the way that we react when they try to get attention, the way we react when they put their teeth on us to mouth, the way we react when they bring us a toy, all of this stuff has a massive impact on them forever. And there's no going back and undoing it, really. We can do a certain amount, of course. But this is such a golden time to get this stuff right and to start working on these things. So hopefully that's answered the question. Essentially the answer to when should you start training your puppy is yesterday, but not focusing on tricks. This is focusing on confidence, on meeting their needs, on keeping them relaxed. It's about building resilience. It's about building trust. It's about building up a relationship, because once you've learned all of that, once the puppy knows that they can depend on you in any situation, the way that you socialize them will change the way they feel about that. Are you advocating for their needs? Once they've kind of learned all of that, the rest of the stuff comes really easy. When a puppy has a caregiver that they can trust to look after them no matter what, who will always be consistent, who will reward them, who look after them, has their best needs at heart, that puppy will do anything for you forever. So hopefully that's answered the question. If you're interested in puppy behavior, in learning more about development, meeting their needs, and how to teach them in a way that builds that resilience and builds that trust, then do check out my courses on my website. I have 2 puppy courses. This is all the stuff that I wish people with behavior problems had done with their pups when they were little. There's one there for pre-vaccinated puppies and one for post-vaccinated puppies, and it'll guide you through the kind of stuff that you can be doing with your puppy to build on all of those really important skills, so that for the rest of their lives they'll be resilient and easily trainable, and they'll just be your best friend. So if you're looking to get off to a really good start with your puppy, check those courses out. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now. Bye bye.